Good evening, everybody. Battle at the border as President Donald Trump and Joe Biden visited the southern border at the same time yesterday. Of course, for Biden, it was something of a stunt more than any kind of official business, while Trump called it an invasion at that border and talked about how the murder of Laken Riley could have been prevented. Meanwhile, Joe Biden spoke out about climate change. He never once mentioned Laken's name. Trump vigorously greeting Texas National Guard troops, while Biden held on to a CBP officer for steadying purposes. We'll have much more on all of that and their visits, and we'll compare those visits to the border later in the show. But first, another stunning link between the Biden White House and Fulton County's District Attorney Fani Willis. Remember Jeff DeSantis, the Democrat operative placed in Willis's office that we reported to you earlier this week. Well, according to Federal Election Commission reports reviewed by Breitbart News, a former White House aide by the name of Gabriel Amo paid Jeff DeSantis over $130,000 for his quote-unquote consulting. So why is this payment significant? For one, Amo, who is now a congressman, previously worked in the White House Office of Intergovernmental Affairs. He was a liaison between the White House and so-called local elected officials. Read Fani Willis. What's more is DeSantis likely had to pledge that he would not work outside his role of Deputy Attorney General, but he was running a consulting firm at the very same time he was supposedly working for Fulton County. Incredible. Meanwhile, the Trump documents case, Judge Eileen Cannon is set to consider whether to delay President Trump's trial. It's beyond clear that this is nothing but an effort to interfere in the 2024 election by the Marxist Dems, and preeminent among them as a prosecutor, Jack Smith. He has pushed to move that trial date to 1 week before the Republican National Convention. Now, he's not, of course, trying to interfere in the election in any way, as he desperately tries to find a way to do just that. The two-tiered system of justice, as it's been called, has never been more clear. The cases against President Trump are weak, they're collapsing before our very eyes, but the Bidens, on the other hand, continue to go off scot-free. Hunter Biden testified on Capitol Hill yesterday, and he finally admitted that his father is indeed the big guy. The big guy was repeatedly mentioned in his texts and on Hunter's computer as well. Remember 10% for the big guy? So based off Hunter's own communications, his own admission, Joe Biden was involved in his son's business dealings. But Hunter wants us to believe, as he claimed in that closed-door hearing, that the reference to the involvement of his father was just a hypothetical. It didn't actually happen. Let's bring in now former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani, host of the hit new show, America's Mayor Live. None other than Mayor Rudy Giuliani.
Hi, Lou. Great to be with you.
Well, thank you for being here. Great to see you. Let's start with Fani Willis. Let's keep it simple.
Sure. I know Fani well. She wants to put me in jail for the rest of my life.
She has famously said a few weeks ago that this isn't a trial about her. She's not on trial, but the defendants, including the President of the United States, are. We're watching her destruct before our very eyes.
Yeah. The only crime down there is her and her lover. I mean, the reality is people keep missing something she said in the middle of her testimony. She said that she got the cash from her campaign fund and kept it at home. I checked the statutes of the state. That's a crime. Immediately, they should put her under investigation. Basically, she stole campaign funds. Go back, listen to it. You'll hear her say, just nonchalantly, well, yeah, I always kept cash at home. I took a lot of cash for my first campaign, and I kept it at home.
It's a remarkable moment.
But we're in crooked Fulton County, which I tried when we were litigating the case there to explain the place is crooked as hell. And they don't even react to something that honest people would react to. If that happened in an honest place, people would say, she took money from a campaign fund. Meanwhile, he got ruined. Bradley.
Right.
My goodness, I mean, every message is ridiculous. He was begging that lady to testify.
Nathan Wade's divorce attorney suddenly is looking like he is a co-conspirator in the lowest denominator possible of public graft.
I'd really like to know, though, what went on with the meetings in the White House. Because what you're talking about there with DeSantis and that whole thing, the reason this case has got to be dismissed in all of them, this was orchestrated right out of the White House. And what they were orchestrating was scheduling. Remember, this was pretty much the fourth case. So they were orchestrating, we got to bring it down. We got to bring it down quickly so we can get it in. Remember her first indictment, she didn't get the grand jury to vote on it. A little error.
Right.
She files it, the grand jury hasn't voted. She has to bring it back. They vote again. It's the same indictment, so the grand jury added nothing to it.
Right.
And it was an absolute rush job. So that must have come out of the meetings that Loverboy had in the White House, because they wanted one more case. I don't know why they put so many in 1 year. In a way, if they went with one good case, they might have a chance of getting it tried. But by putting 4 in 1 year, I've never heard of anyone tried 4 times in 1 year, ever.
And we were watching
anywhere.
We're watching exactly that. And there's so many questions. I want to come back to that question. But I also want to point out to the audience that this, as Rudy says, I mean, this is not the only case in which we have seen this, a prosecutor, if you will, from the White House injected into a local DA. The same thing happening with Alvin Bragg in New York City. The same thing.
Bragg had actually concluded there was no case, and they, you know, he's not much of a lawyer or person, and they just squeezed his arm, and he went with a case where the legislature had to change the statute of limitations just so they could go get Trump for something nobody else has ever been prosecuted for. In fact, most of these cases, if not all of them, are things that nobody else has ever been prosecuted for. And we used to have a rule that if you're going to take on a major public figure, because of credibility of the system, you had to have a good case. It couldn't be one of these Jack Smith, you know, make it up and then get reversed by the Supreme Court 9-0. And why does Garland select Jack Smith? He got a big group of lawyers, and here's the guy with the worst record in the Justice Department, reversed twice for unethical behavior. You only select him because you want an unethical case.
And right now, the Supreme Court has taken up immunity for this president.
I hope they remember Smith.
I hope they do too, and I think they do. As a layman, let me say to you,
they're human beings. They got to remember how he screwed the governor of Virginia.
Exactly. And they've got to remember, too, that this man has been viciously and with great venality going after a president of the United States on the most novel of pretenses.
Yes.
Whether it be the raid on Mar-a-Lago, whether it be the nonsense that go to Judge Engoron, just step over there for just a minute, $354 million in fine, ladies and gentlemen. Are you kidding me? This is that's a Marxist psychopath as a judge.
I hope that the president's attorneys aren't afraid to argue and remind the court, you know, he's actually trying to do what he did twice before, Your Honors. Mm-hmm. He's trying to get you to rush this case. He'll get a verdict out of D.C. because you don't get a fair trial in D.C. And it'll get reversed a year from now. Yeah. Meanwhile, the American people will be deprived of their ability to make a choice.
Let me ask you, do you think that the Supreme Court will, first of all, uphold immunity for this president? Because that could undercut everything that's happened to this point. And also protect him.
I don't think they'll give him the immunity that his lawyers are arguing for. And I'm not sure why they don't qualify it a little bit. He doesn't need immunity to commit murder. He needs immunity to be able to carry out what you can conclude are official acts.
Absolutely. Without
being prosecuted. It's not official to murder somebody. You can sort of take that out of the category.
Right.
But it is official to check on the regularity of an election. In fact, the Constitution says the president has to faithfully execute the laws. I know because I was his lawyer at the time. he had well over 1,000 complaints of voter fraud. He didn't make them up. People brought them to him. I didn't make them up. They brought them to me. I mean, at one point we had so many coming in, we couldn't keep track of them. And I've had people tell me, you know, they changed my vote. They changed the machine. They did this, they did that. So look, as a lawyer, you put witnesses on. You take the evidence for your client. And there was plenty of it. So he had every right to pursue it, and they're turning it into a crime. I mean, that's so dangerous.
Yeah, they tried to turn it into a crime, and I think that's
going to backfire.
And that's the issue, the banality of all of this persecution of the president. We're now in the 9th year of the political persecution of Donald Trump and his family. And as we're wrapping up here, I'd just like to get your sense as to what you think will be the disposition by the Supreme Court, because we've got Jack Smith trying to bring a new trial date in July. We've got him going after Trump just rabidly without reference to law. Alvin Bragg, all of this. If there's ever been a case built, it's been this case built by the Marxist Dems in this country in the political persecution of Donald Trump. This Supreme Court has to understand the chief executive of this nation has to have extensive immunity.
So I think they're going to fashion a limited immunity, but we call limited immunity, and they're going to send it back to the court to hold a hearing on whether he fits into that limited immunity category.
Right.
The limited immunity category is, are you actually in good faith exercising your responsibility as president? Or have you gone beyond that and you are secretly having a personal agenda?
Yeah.
And for that, you have the factual hearing. So puts the case off, which I also think ultimately is the wisdom here, to put this case off until after the election. And I think they see that.
I think they should get rid of every case.
Well,
I think every case is pure nonsense. I think the Supreme Court understands that. They've been, my gosh, they've been intimidated every which way from Sunday by the Marxist left. They're watching what is happening to Donald Trump. They know that every president deserves that immunity. I mean, prosecutors and legislators.
I think it would be pretty easy to make a finding that this was all done purely to interfere with the election
and destroy
because the legitimacy of trying to try a man 4 times in 1 year and claim you're giving him due process. If I had any client who's tried 4 times in 1 year, the judges would throw the cases out. They would say, you can't possibly prepare for 4 trials in 1 year. You're making it impossible for the man to prepare his defense.
Absolutely. And you have made it very easy to understand much of what's going on in the arcane world of the judicial system.
It's such a strange world. I think you and I react to it the same way, but everything we can do to clear it up, we have to try.
Well, you've done a wonderful job.
You do a great job.
Wow.
Always.
Thanks so much for being here, Rudy. Great to see you. Thank you. Well, coming up, we're going to be talking about everything on the table for Senate conservatives now that Mitch McConnell is stepping down. Will they finally represent their America First base, or will the Senate Republicans elect another rhino globalist as their leader? A frightening prospect. We'll have more on that. We'll be talking with Senator Eric Schmitt here next. And the dueling trips to the border between Donald Trump and Joe Biden? No contest. Their commitment to solving the crisis on the border is all you really need to know about sovereignty and the national interest. That's straight ahead. Stay with us.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
A Republican sellout is working overtime right now to ship American money overseas. Representative Brian Fitzpatrick is trying to undercut Speaker Mike Johnson. The Rhino wants to force a vote in the House to give billions of dollars to Ukraine. We'd expect this from a Marxist Democrat, but from a Republican, an insult to his own voters that he supposedly represents? The U.S. Senate passed a $95 billion aid package. Johnson vowed not to put that bill on the floor. He declared it dead, or any bill that didn't address the real crisis in this country, which is our border, our wide open border. Fitzpatrick said his petition will be ready by early March. Rhinos feel emboldened, obviously, under Joe Biden. Senator John Cornyn of Texas is one of them. One of the most egregious offenders against the principles of the Republican Party and a tool of the left. Cornyn is the first Senate Republican to enter the race to replace Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, just within a day of his announcement, his plans to step down from leadership after the November elections. Cornyn, right now, wants the job. He reportedly alerted President Trump of his intention to run. He told reporters he felt he worked successfully with the former president and looks forward to doing it again. Other potential successors are expected to emerge, of course, in the coming weeks. More Senate news as well. A short-term funding bill has been passed following a House vote yesterday afternoon. That bill narrowly avoided a partial government shutdown. It's on its way to Joe Biden, is expected to be signed before the Saturday shutdown deadline. Thankfully, following McConnell's departure, support is growing amongst Republican senators to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Mayorkas was impeached by the House 2 weeks ago. Support not expected, however, in the Senate, but the Republican establishment strength in the Senate is now weakening. A group of Republicans led by Senator Mike Lee called on McConnell to demand a Senate trial, and Senator Eric Schmidt is one of those Republicans. He joins us now to talk about it all. Senator, great to have you with us. Welcome.
Great to be back, Lou.
Senator, let's start with the Mayorkas trial. It would seem that there shouldn't have been any controversy about whether to proceed to trial after the House vote, but you have to stand up and lead your leaders. What's going on?
Well, it's our constitutional duty. I mean, the Constitution is very clear that when those articles of impeachment come over, we're sworn in as jurors and there's supposed to be a trial. There has never in the history of our republic, Lou, been an instance where articles of impeachment came over and we didn't reach a conclusion on somebody who was still in office of either guilty or not guilty. And so what's happening behind the scenes here is Chuck Schumer is desperately looking for a way to dismiss this, to maybe make a motion to table it, which would be unprecedented. And so I think it's really important for the Republicans to not just stand up because of the disaster we've seen at the border and make sure those facts are heard and then ultimately get to a result. But the principle, I mean, the idea that Chuck Schumer, for the first time in our nation's history, just because he doesn't want the attention on this, is somehow able to sweep this under the rug, that's a very dangerous precedent that I think we should fight back on.
A dangerous one, and I think everyone in this country who cares about the nation, its interests, and its security are applauding you and your colleagues. What is your judgment? Will this lead to a trial?
I hope so. I mean, there's still a lot that's going to play out. Those articles haven't come over from the House yet. I think that they're waiting to send them over till after all these, funding bills are wrap up in the next week or two, and then they'll come over, and then we're going to have a showdown. But I don't intend to back down. I think it's very clear in our Constitution we have a duty to be jurors as senators of articles of impeachment that come over from the House. So, I mean, from a procedural perspective, an important constitutional precedent, we're 100% right here. And people can, by the way, they can vote how they want to vote once they hear the facts and the evidence, but we shouldn't dismiss this out of hand. There's no way we should do that.
And turning to the very issue that is involved in that impeachment, and that is a border that's been turned over effectively to the Mexican drug cartels, a refusal on the part of Mayorkas and his president to indeed keep their oath of office. And they are not protecting this country against invasion. They are, in fact, encouraging it. The president and Joe Biden on the border yesterday. Your thoughts about the comparison?
I think it was instructive for the American people, right, to see that split screen. We had President Trump, who, when he left office, we had the lowest level of illegal immigration we'd seen in over 40 years because we had things like Title 42, Remain in Mexico. Our laws were actually being enforced. We have those same laws right now. It's just Joe Biden isn't interested in enforcing them. The Democrats at this point are the party of open borders. This is what happens when people who've written these radical left-wing white papers populate positions of power, including at the highest levels of government in the White House. And so they don't view American sovereignty, Lou, the same way you and I do. They view these lines on a map as arbitrary and that we're global citizens and everybody should come here. They also have their eye towards the 2030 census. You don't have to be a citizen to be counted in the census for reapportionment. So there's a lot of reasons why they're doing it, but it's very intentional. Joe Biden could shut the border down, secure the border tomorrow if he wanted to. He doesn't. And that's, of course, killing people in our communities through fentanyl. You see these tragedies of criminals coming across who are now murdering Americans. You also see the national security dangers that we have because there's people, we have no idea who these people are, Lou. There's 9 million people here now illegally. We've never seen anything like this. And it's up to the president to stop it. But again, he's not interested and he's trying to shift blame. But I think the American people see through that.
And I couldn't agree with you more. I think there truly is an awakening in this country. I want to turn to the issue that is, I think, paramount in this country right now. We're short on time, but I want to address it with you, and that is the impingement of on the First Amendment that's coming from corporate America. It's coming from prosecutors that are Marxist mad Dems. We're looking at an administration that is simply trying, as the preceding administration, that is the Obama administration, had a terrible record on the First Amendment, and this one is trying to eclipse Barack Obama. Your thoughts?
Well, when I was Missouri Attorney General before I had the job that I have now, I brought the Missouri versus Biden lawsuit, which uncovered this vast censorship enterprise. If that lawsuit hadn't been filed, and then later Elon Musk doesn't buy Twitter and you see the Twitter files and then some of the hearings, all of this censorship that we now know. We've got the emails, we've got the text messages between high-ranking government officials and senior executives and social media companies shutting people down, millions of voices silenced because of their desire for power and control and censorship. We know the government doesn't get to do that. They also don't get to outsource that to some of the biggest companies in the history of the world. This is the fight, Lou. I think that it's fundamental, it's foundational to what it means to be American, to be able to express yourself in the town square, in the virtual town square. So we have to fight back with everything we've got to protect people's right to speak their minds.
And Senator, we thank you very much for leading that fight. Senator Schmidt, we enjoyed talking with you as always. Come back soon.
We'll do it, Lou. Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Dueling visits to the border. Biden could barely walk. Trump projected a vision for the future. He even won the applause of the folks south of the border. Big applause. That's next. And join us each and every day for my podcast, The Great America Show, available at LouDobbs.com or on every major podcast platform there is. We'll be glad to be of service. And we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow, towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
And welcome back. Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Dueling visits on the U.S.-Mexico border this week, or should I say the Mexican drug cartel border. Here is a side-by-side comparison of just how it went. those pictures are worth more than 1,000 words, aren't they? There is no comparison. There is no doubt who is the rightful, in my opinion, the rightful occupant of the Oval Office. And it looks to me like the American people cannot ignore the evidence you just saw. It's that simple. President Trump talks for 2 hours when he gives his speech, and Joe Biden mumbles for perhaps 5 minutes, and people try to figure out what he did say. The decrepitude versus determination, the decline versus restoration. One of those two men cares about America and you and me, and the other doesn't know what he's doing, where he is on any given moment or day. It's often tempting to laugh, but it's truly sad. Make no mistake, Biden's policies are getting people killed. People like Laken Riley, the young nursing student, 22 years old, murdered by an illegal immigrant from Venezuela. That tragedy has been replicated across America. Does President Biden feel any guilt, any remorse about that? Because it's directly caused by his policies. And someone asked him that recently. And this is how he reacted.
Mr. President, do you bear any responsibility for Laken Riley's death?
Disgusting. It is also despicable, and he seems utterly deranged that he cannot associate his actions as the cause of tragedy across this country, in city after city after city, coast to coast. But Biden isn't the only one with blood on his hands. The sheriff of the county in which Riley was killed campaigned on not cooperating with immigration authorities, not protecting the people he was sworn to protect, and her death was outright murder, brutal murder. It directly and purposefully resulted from the policies implemented by the Democrats, the Marxist Dems, and their allies at every level of government, from the sheriff's office to the White House. And they don't need your support. They don't even care about your support to do it all. They're bringing in a new block of supporters all the time. As we speak, there is a tsunami of military-age males from all over the world headed toward the United States, beckoned by Biden's ignorant policies, and this is what is happening.
This is just one of the groups in the jungle right now. They split up into smaller groups and they camp in different locations. So imagine this in 100 different locations throughout the jungle right now. As soon as the sun comes up, they get back in line and they start making their way to their next overnight spot, all guided by the cartels.
These aren't just future voters for the Marxist Dems, although they will be that. You're looking at the foot soldiers of the Marxist Dems and the Democrat Party they control, and these soldiers will be fighting their war against America, against everything we stand for. And you may have noticed platoons of illegal immigrants loitering around airports all across the country. That's because the Federal Aviation Administration has begun housing them there without even vetting them. They don't vet them anywhere. But our airports have essentially become barracks for enemy forces. Transportation infrastructure repurposed to facilitate the invasion of this country by those illegal immigrants. And where is the Republican Party on this? Republican Congressman Keith Self is at least battling the agency, the FAA, over the issue, and he joins us here now. Obviously, Joe Biden is the person who is responsible for this, he and his Marxist Dem masters. Your thoughts?
Lou, the worst terror attack in our nation's history started at an airport, several airports. Now the FAA is using secure airport property to house unvetted, illegal immigrants, as you mentioned earlier. They're not vetted at the border. They're not vetted at the airport. We go through magnetometers. We take off our shoes. We take off our belts. They get nothing. They simply go there. They're put there for housing. Now, how much imagination would it take to smuggle a shoulder-fired weapon into one of these holding areas? In fact, one of them is a bus terminal right off an active runway. So you smuggle a shoulder-fired weapon into that bus terminal. That's an easy takedown of an airplane with 300 or more American citizens on it. Now, who thought this up? Who thought this was a good idea?
Well, the question becomes, who is that person other than we know the responsibility chain, that is President Joe Biden, Alejandro Mayorkas, the Secretary of DHS, and it goes on. Who is responsible for the FAA, not only, by the way, doing this, putting illegal aliens in secure areas without any vetting, but they're also hired on a diversity program in which they're bringing people who are have psychiatric disorders. They have all sorts of problems, issues, and putting them into highly sophisticated technology where who knows what will happen with their presence, all in the name of diversity.
No, you're exactly right. And I will tell you, they are dodging responsibility for this. 36 colleagues joined me on a letter to the FAA administrator. And if you remember one hearing in Congress, he said, all I'm responsible for are the aeronautical operations. So he's dodging the responsibility because this is on secure airport property. The FAA doesn't own them, but they certainly control them. And the FAA needs to take responsibility. But the answer is Joe Biden. A policy like this comes directly from the White House. No one would do this on their own without the president giving them permission.
So that we go to this point, and that is, and I've said this many times on this show, I can't think of a single policy from Joe Biden's White House that is in the interest of the nation, that is supportive of the national interest, or designed to protect and insist upon the safety of American citizens. It's all quite to the inverse, including this spectacle that he has created on airports all around the country.
No, this is the dismantling of the constitutional republic we know as America. Make no mistake about it. There is no policy, whether it be domestic, whether it be international. You referenced the migrant flow coming to America. This is very intentional. Our citizens need to wake up to the danger we are in. We are actually setting up our own October 7th interior of the United States terrorist attack. There's no doubt in my mind. We know there are terror cells in America today, and we're feeding them the foot soldiers with this migrant flow. This is an extremely dangerous situation. It's not just more people. This is an endangerment of the American people, and we're going to see it on steroids real soon. I ask the Americans to wake up to what's going on around you.
Congressman Keith Self, we appreciate you being with us, and we appreciate everything that you are doing. The country right now, we are in the grip of what is clearly an orchestrated, organized, and intensive creation of a fifth column, another fifth column in this country. We appreciate you being with us and all you're doing for us. Thanks so much, Congressman.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the White House wants you to stop whining, if you are, about inflation or complaining about it, or even complaining about it only mildly. They want you to hold your nose and vote for Joe Biden no matter what. But even left-wing Marxist-Dem media admit that Bidenomics stinks. There isn't enough perfume in the world to overcome that. Also with us is Scott Bessent. He has helped raise millions of dollars for Donald Trump's campaign, and he is our guest when we continue. Please stay with us.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
And welcome back. Well, has inflation and all the rest of Bidenomics got you down even a little bit? White House senior advisor Gene Sperling says you should just suck it up. That inflation, the rate of inflation has gone down just enough, and you can't expect any better performance. Inflation is the price of democracy, after all, they say. That's more important than the food on your table and the gas in your car, according to this seriously inept administration. But even ABC News can't sugarcoat the bitter truth of Bidenomics anymore. Please watch this exchange.
And inflation is coming down. In fact, it was really 2.4% in this measure, 2.8% if you don't include food and gas. And that's not good enough, but it is very close to normal. And there are a lot of different areas where you have seen prices come down. I think what a lot of people are frustrated.
Gasoline's already on the rise, Gene. Gasoline's already on the rise again, and we're not even into the summer driving season. But I do want to take this ABC News Ipsos poll to you. Let me bring you this poll. Yeah. It's from last month. It's pretty brutal for the president when it comes to the economy. Just 13% say that they're better off financially since Biden took office. 31% of voters approve of the job that he's doing on the economy. But a staggering 71% say we're just in bad shape.
Well, if you've gotten over your shock of watching ABC News take an objective and clear-eyed view of the economy and the impact of Biden economic policies, you can be forgiven for that. I was pretty shocked. But it is amazing to see regime media publicly humiliate a Biden official like that with the truth. It screams trouble for an already beleaguered and pathetic administration when their allies in the national media can't even keep up with the lies because they're so disconnected, the Biden regime, from reality. Bidenomics was supposed to save the president's reelection, reset it, and all of that. Instead, it's become another millstone around Joe Biden's performance and his neck, dragging him ever deeper into new depths of failure and low, all-time low approval ratings. Earlier this month, a Fox News op-ed called on Nikki Haley to drop out in the event Donald Trump were to trounce her in South Carolina. Well, it's come to pass. Trump crushed Haley in her home state. He's crushed her everywhere. But she doesn't seem to get the idea of it all. We invited the author of that op-ed, Scott Bessent, to the show tonight. Bessent is the founder of Key Square Capital Management. He and former U.S. Ambassador Ed McMullen, by the way, have raised over $7 million for President Trump's campaign. And we're happy to have him with us tonight. Scott, good to have you here. First of all, thanks for helping and boosting this president, and to also putting in clear sight of what is really happening here politically. I mean, not even the national left-wing media can ignore the immense momentum of this president, the power, the ever-growing power of his campaign. And yet, Nikki Haley persists. One wonders why.
Yeah, look, I can't speak to that. I know Ambassador Haley well, and as I said in my editorial, I admire anyone who puts themselves out there for public service. Mm-hmm. But the purpose of my editorial was twofold: was one, to encourage her to please stop for the good of the party, that it's time to unite behind President Trump, and two, as a message to her donors that there is no path forward. And I don't think it was causal, but I would note that the the Koch funding machine the next day announced that they were no longer be funding Ambassador Haley.
Yeah, I think you were persuasive with Charles Koch. It's my guess. And secondly, I think it's also important for everybody to understand that Scott, in taking that position in his op-ed, it's breaking with the business elites of the country who are still very much anti-Trump, anti-America first. And I have to say, Scott, what has been the reaction to you taking such a principled stand and a rational, common sense stand when it comes to partisan politics?
Well, and if we could go back to the fundraiser, so Ambassador McMullen and I raised $7.2 million for President Trump. It was the record amount ever raised in South Carolina, and by more, I think, fourfold. And to put things in perspective, Ambassador Haley raised $270,000 in Greenville the night before. So Main Street, South Carolina, they provided $7 million for President Trump. Main Street, Greenville, South Carolina, $270,000 for Ambassador Haley. Mm-hmm. And, her, as you noted, her support base is, the penthouses of Manhattan and on Wall Street. And in answer to your question, more and more people are asking me, what's the basis for your decision? Why are you doing this? And I try to tell everyone, we all make our investment decisions based on evidence, not emotion. And my decision is evidence-based. If we were sitting here, the March 1st, 2020, imagine how well the economy was doing, that the global situation was stable. Little did we know that March 2nd, first week of March, COVID was going to pop on the scene. President Trump was probably ahead 9 or 12 points in the polls, and the election would have been a shellacking. And I think what Americans are longing for is a return to Trump 1.0 through Trump 2.0. And my analysis tells me that Trump 2.0 could be better.
Well, I think that that's an important question. I think that President Trump has already given those answers. This is a man who turned around an economy, as everyone knows, who watched him from 2017 through to the point of the pandemic. That was the People's Republic of China, born and bred and spread. We know that he had created for the first time real wage growth amongst the middle class working men and women the first time in 30 years during his term. That's important, and we need that to happen now. What we also need to happen is for the elites, the globalist elites, the major business leaders to come together with this man. He had invited and created councils of CEOs, bankers, and leading successful business leaders. And suddenly there was a overwhelming political correctness that rode over them. They were not rational, they were emotional. And emotion is not simply the purview of Donald Trump. It spreads across all of corporate America right now, whether it's DEI, whether it is this mad affection for that which is Marxist, which is left-wing, and it's inculcated itself within our business community, Wall Street, technology, you name it. How likely is it, given that the business elites in this country will come together with President Trump? Because he is the people's choice, and business leaders and globalists are not used to paying attention to the people. Are they ready to begin to understand that the American people have a voice in this constitutional republic?
Yeah, that's a great point, Lou. But I think he can be everyone's president. Is the lower, the 50% of wage earners had massive real gains. Over President Trump's term, is the average American now has had negative real purchasing power since Biden came in, and that's based on the official statistics. If you just look at staples, household goods, the real purchasing power is lower. And any of my the Wall Street friends, the country club friends who I speak to, I encourage them to tell me which of President Trump's policies they didn't like. And I also tell them that I've known the president personally, and that the caricature that the mainstream media presents of him could not be more wrong. He is on his A game at present. He is hardworking. He has a very open mind, and as you said, he has it's America first. And I think, Lou, to your point, what the American people are sensing is the current Biden administration. It's really a throwback to the 1960s Robert McNamara, McGeorge Bundy, top-down economic administration. And where do we get a top-down economic administration that's falling apart now? Is in China. And the American economy is not based on this hard and fast rules from the top. We are a mass flourishing from below.
I'm sorry that we're limited in time this evening, but I don't think the American people have to be instructed on what's wrong right now with this economy. They're feeling it every day. What I do believe is those business elites who abandoned President Trump with 90 days, within about 90 days, perhaps 4 months of his first year in office, This is business of his best revenge is success is absolutely correct, as he has a great sense of self and his place in this reality. I think those business leaders, those globalist elites, have to come to terms with why have they been carrying out a campaign of retribution against the very country that made them possible, against the very people, working men and women in this country, whose voices have been heard loud and clear by Donald Trump, but very few other people in politics. They need to end their campaign of retribution, because it has been nothing less than that. And I hope that there can be a coming together here quickly in a matter of 60 to 90 days. And I hope you will lead that and bring people together.
That's my goal over the next 30, 60, 90 days, to convince the business community to take a rational look at Donald Trump, to understand that he wants fair trade and a fair deal for everyone in America, from the top to the bottom. And we can get back to the economy we had 4 years ago.
Right. Scott Bessent, we thank you for being with us. And I want to say I admire your goal, and I appreciate deeply your approach and your thoughtfulness on all of this. And I'm not talking about just the economics or the politics, your personal choices of great integrity, in my opinion. Scott, thank you very much for being with us here. Please join us each and every day for my podcast, The Great America Show, available at LouDobbs.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for being with us. Join us Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 Central. Florida Congressman Brian Mast will be joining us. The Lindell Report is coming up next. And I have to tell you, you don't want to miss it, so please don't. And here comes Mike. Good night, and God bless you.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50%, and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency test. Here's another towel that we randomly went out and bought. Here's one of my towels with the nice design. I don't know if you can see this, but you could line a swimming pool with this. I mean, this is crazy. Get rid of it. Towels that actually work. What a concept. I'm interrupting this commercial to let you know you can get our 6-piece My Towels, regular $69.98, now only $29.98. Or you can save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels, made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Also, we have bath sheets, bath towels, washcloths, hand towels, and so much more. And the best part, with your promo code, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all My Towels. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free. Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and I'm here to tell you about my new product from MyPillow. Towels that actually work. Watch this absorbency. Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire